Lina and her sister walk toward the backyard, where her brother-in-law is sitting alone. He's scrolling through his phone, relaxed, unaware of the conversation that is coming. The sky is bright, and the breeze is gentle, but Lina's heart feels heavy. Her sister clears her throat softly. "Can we talk for a moment?" she asks him. He looks up, surprised. He sets his phone aside. Lina sits across from him, folding her hands carefully in her lap. Her sister sits beside her. For a moment, none of them speak, and the silence becomes thick. Finally, Lina says quietly, "I want to ask you something. And I want the truth." He shifts uncomfortably. "Okay. There was a withdrawal from my account yesterday," she continues. "A big one. And we checked the hallway camera." His face changes almost immediately. His shoulders tense. His eyes flick away. He swallows hard. Lina doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't accuse. She simply says, "We saw you take something from my purse." Her brother-in-law takes a deep breath, then covers his face with his hands. I know how bad that looks," he mutters. "I shouldn't have done it." Her sister whispers, "Why? Why would you take from her?" He sighs, defeated. "We're behind on bills." "Really behind?" "I didn't know what else to do. I kept telling myself I'd put it back as soon as I got paid. But that doesn't excuse anything." Lina watches him closely. He isn't defensive. He isn't mocking. He looks ashamed. He continues slowly. "I shouldn't have touched your things. I was stressed. I acted stupid. And I'm sorry." Her sister's eyes fill with tears. Not anger, hurt, betrayal, worry. But she doesn't yell either. Lina takes a quiet breath. "I appreciate the apology. But you should have talked to me. I would have helped if you explained." He nods, staring at the ground. "I know, I was embarrassed. I made the wrong choice." Lina gently sets her phone on the table. "I'm not here to fight. I just want fairness. I want my money back, and I want us to be honest." Her brother-in-law nods again. "I'll pay you back. Every dollar. It might take me a little time, but I'll do it." Her sister touches Lina's arm. "Thank you for handling this calmly. I know you could have reacted differently." Lina looks at both of them. "I didn't want to break this family. I just wanted the truth." The three of them sit quietly as the wind rustles the trees around them. The tension slowly fades. Not everything is fixed, not yet. But the path toward fixing it has begun. Their mother watches them from the doorway, relieved to see no shouting, no anger, only emotional honesty. Peace doesn't always come from avoiding conflict. Sometimes it comes from facing it, gently, and choosing understanding over hate. A week passes. Lina receives a message from her bank. They have flagged the transfer, and after reviewing her report, they confirm that she will receive temporary protection funds while the investigation moves forward. It's a relief she didn't expect so quickly. Her brother-in-law keeps his word too. He sends small payments every few days. They aren't large, but they're consistent. More importantly, he keeps apologizing, not with dramatic words, but with changed behavior. He becomes quieter, more respectful, more mindful of how he speaks. Her sister thanks Lina repeatedly. "You could have exposed him in front of everyone," she says. "You could have embarrassed him. But you didn't." Lina smiles softly. "I didn't want to hurt you, or Mom, or anyone. I just wanted things to be right." Slowly, the family settles back into normal life. The next reunion feels lighter. Her brother-in-law even avoids money jokes altogether, which surprises everyone. He may not be perfect, but he is trying. Lina takes a quiet moment during the reunion to step outside and breathe in the cool air. She reflects on everything: the shock, the fear, the anger, the sadness, and finally, the peace. She realizes something important. Kindness doesn't mean letting people walk over you. It means standing up for yourself with calm strength. It means speaking truth without destroying the people you care about. It means setting boundaries without cutting hearts in half. Her mother joins her outside and gently holds her hand. "You handled everything with grace," she says. "Families stay families because of people like you." Lina smiles, feeling warmth in her chest. She doesn't feel proud or heroic. She just feels human, hurt, healed, wiser, and stronger. As the sun sets, she returns to the gathering inside. The family laughs, eats, and shares stories. No tension. No dark clouds. Just togetherness. Life isn't perfect. People make mistakes. Some mistakes hurt deeply. But sometimes, the best path to healing is not revenge, anger, or punishment. Sometimes, it's communication, understanding, and allowing space to grow. Lina walks back into the room with a calm heart, knowing one thing clearly: peace is not always the easy choice, but it is often the strongest one. The story opens with quiet tension. After a long and tiring family reunion, the woman, let's call her Lina, finally gets home. She is still wearing the same soft smile she had during the gathering. But underneath it is a small, familiar exhaustion that always follows these yearly meetings. Her family is loud, warm, messy, and full of personalities, especially her brother, a man who always jokes a bit too harshly and takes a bit too much space in any room. As Lina sets her purse on the kitchen table, she sighs with relief. The house is calm. The reunion had been a mix of laughter, small disagreements, and the usual financial complaints from her brother. He often hinted at how unfair life is and how some people didn't understand real struggle. Lina never responded. She preferred peace. She pulls out her phone to check a few messages she missed, then opens her banking app out of habit. She expects to see the same safe balance she left it with that morning, but instead, she stops breathing for a second. Her eyes widen. Her thumb freezes on the screen. Her balance shows nearly zero. At first, she assumes the app glitched. She refreshes it. She logs out, logs back in. Same number, same empty balance. A wave of cold panic washes over her. She feels her heartbeat in her ears. Her hands tremble as she checks her recent transactions. And that's when she sees a large withdrawal transfer she never made. Her breath shakes. No. This has to be wrong, she whispers to herself. Her mind races back to the reunion. Her purse was in the living room the whole time. So many people were walking around, anyone could have passed by it. But who would? She tries to calm herself. She tells herself, there must be a mistake. Maybe the bank mixed something up. Maybe she tapped something by accident. But then she remembers how her brother-in-law had joked earlier. People with steady jobs don't appreciate what they have. They forget others need help too. At the time, she just laughed awkwardly. But now the memory feels different. Her phone buzzes, suddenly a message from her sister, inviting her to come back for breakfast the next morning. Lina hesitates, gripping the device tightly. She wants to scream, cry, ask questions, accuse someone, but she stays still, frozen in disbelief. The part ends with Lina sitting alone at her kitchen table, replaying every moment of the reunion and wondering who she can trust. She doesn't know that tomorrow morning she will discover the truth, one that will shake her even more. The next morning. Lina wakes with a dull ache in her chest. She barely slept, tossing and turning as she imagined possible explanations for her drained account. She forces herself to get ready and drives back to her sister's house. The air feels heavy, and even the quiet road seems to echo with her worry. When Lina arrives, the family is already gathered for breakfast. She sees her sister smiling warmly, her mother chatting, her cousins laughing. Everything looks normal. But the moment she spots her brother-in-law leaning back in his chair, smirking as if he owns the place, her stomach twists. She sits at the table, trying to act calm. She watches him closely, his relaxed posture, the way he talks loudly, the way he avoids eye contact whenever money comes up. After a few minutes, she clears her throat and says, I need to ask something important. Everyone looks at her. There was a large withdrawal from my account yesterday, she says gently. I didn't make it. The table falls silent. Her brother-in-law raises an eyebrow. And you're telling us because I only want to know if anyone saw something, she continues. My purse was in the living room. He lets out a small laugh, sharp, dismissive. Maybe you spent it and forgot. Her sister frowns. Stop, she's serious. Lina keeps her voice steady. I didn't forget anything. Then, Her brother-in-law leans forward and says a line that chills her. Well, maybe someone needed it more than you. The room shifts. The energy drops. Her sister's face goes pale. Lina feels her breath catch, but before she can ask what he means, another distraction pulls the family away. Her aunt asks someone to help her outside. Her cousins get up, and the moment slips through Lina's fingers. But the expression on his face remains burned in her minder smug confidence, as if he knew exactly what happened. Lina stays behind after everyone wanders off. Her sister sits with her, looking uncomfortable. Do you think he actually did something? Her sister asks quietly. Lina doesn't want to accuse anyone without proof. But the timing, the comment, the history of his complaints, all of it, forms an ugly puzzle piece. Her sister rubs her forehead. He mentioned yesterday that he was frustrated about bills, but I didn't think he meant something like this. They decide to check the house camera footage. Her sister keeps a small camera by the hallway for safety. They rewind the footage from the time of the reunion, and there it is. Her brother-in-law walking past Lina's purse, stopping, looking around, reaching inside quick, practiced, then slipping something into his pocket. Lina's chest tightens. She wants to cry, but instead, she just stares at the screen, numb. Her sister covers her mouth. I can't believe this. They both sit in silence. Neither speaks. The truth hurts not because of the money itself, but because of the betrayal. But Lina isn't ready to confront him directly yet. Not without thinking carefully. She wants answers, not chaos. She takes a screenshot of the footage, and she waits. Lina sits on the couch in her sister's living room, staring at the paused camera footage again. Her fingers lightly touch the edge of her phone, as if she still doesn't fully believe what she saw. Her brother-in-law taking something from her purse, something she trusted no one to touch. Her sister sits next to her, hands clasped together tightly. I don't know what to say, she whispers. I feel embarrassed. I feel angry. I feel guilty. Lina shakes her head gently. This isn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. But inside, her heart is heavy. She has always tried to avoid conflict. She hates the idea of hurting her sister or breaking the family apart. But she also can't ignore what happened. A soft knock at the door pulls them out of the moment. Their mother steps into the room with a plate of snacks, smiling warmly. Are you two okay in here? You look serious. Lina and her sister exchange quick glances. They don't answer right away. Their mother senses the tension and slowly sits across from them. Is something wrong? She asks calmly. Lina hesitates. She doesn't want to worry her mother. She doesn't want to ruin the family gathering. But she also knows she can't keep the truth hidden, so she takes a slow breath and says, Something happened to my bank account yesterday. A large amount was withdrawn. I didn't do it. Her mother's face tightens with concern. That's terrible, dear. Did you call the bank? I will, Lina replies softly. But we also checked the house camera. We found something. Her mother doesn't speak. She simply looks between her two daughters. Lina turns the phone and shows her the screenshot. Her mother leans closer, squints, and then her eyes widen. She sets the plate down slowly, almost in disbelief. She says quietly, I didn't expect this. None of them speak. The weight of the moment sits like a quiet storm cloud in the room. But instead of anger, instead of shouting, instead of accusing, Lina feels something else, deep sadness. Her sister wipes her eyes. Their mother lets out a long, tired breath. He shouldn't have done this, her mother says finally. But I don't want this family to fall apart. Lina agrees. She wants her money back, yes? She wants honesty. She wants respect, but she does not want to destroy relationships if there is another way. Her mother suggests something gentle but firm. Let's talk to him calmly. Not as enemies. Not with blame. Just the truth. Let him explain. Lina thinks about it. She isn't sure if he deserves that kindness. But she also believes that sometimes people act out of stress, fear, or pressure. Maybe there is more to the story, so she nods. Okay, but I want to do it carefully. Together, they agree to speak with him privately. not in front of the whole family. They want understanding, not drama. They want closure, not chaos. As they stand up and leave the room, Lina feels her heart racing. She doesn't know what he will say. She doesn't know if he will admit anything. But she knows she must face him not with anger, but with strength. And so the emotional turning point begins, not with shouting, but with a quiet decision to seek truth, healing, and dignity without breaking the family apart.